Please join us on page 120 in Mishkan Tefillah. We are going to do the blessing for Shabbat, and we are going to light candles at this time. Was somebody invited to receive this wonderful honor this evening? Very good. Please come on up to join us.
Shabbat Shalom. All right, over here in the middle.
Yes. Great to see you. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Doris, so, ready? No problem, I can hold it for a second. So yes, if you'd like to light the candles. Actually, we've already got a flame going, so like to use, take the candle and use the existing flame, that'd be perfect. Great, thank you. Okay, to the blessing.
Amen.
Great.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Would like to join Ruby? Sit down and join Ruby? Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So, we'll do a Kiddush.
Yep, absolutely. Page
122, everybody. Please join us for Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'b'ratzon hinkilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בקרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך Yahava u'b'ratzon hinkatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Thank you very much, Cantor. Let us continue. Cantor, what would be the next?
On page 130.
Excellent. Page 130. We will do Psalm 95. Is that Lechuna Ranana?
Lechuna Ranana l'Adonai nariah letzurishenu. And we will continue with Lecha Dodi on page 138. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה שמו וזכו בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד השם ולתפארת ולתחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלי נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. And if you're comfortable standing, we're on the last paragraph. בואי ושלום עטרת פלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated, and we're going to turn to page 141, and I'd like to do something a little different. I've been thinking about it. It is a piece of music written to this Psalm 93, and I wanted you to get a feeling of how the music really attempts to bring the words to life. And what a cantor does, what a cantor is trying to do. And so with Ben's help, he's going to read a little English and I'm going to read a little Hebrew.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Cantor. The Lord is king. He is robed in grandeur.
Malachayut lavesh Adonai oz hitazar.
The Lord is robed. He is girded with strength.
Aftikon
The world stands firm and cannot be shaken.
Nakom kisaka meyaz meyolam.
Your throne stands firm from of old, from eternity you have existed. The ocean sounds, O Lord. The ocean sounds its thunder. The ocean sounds its pounding.
Yiseun harot dochyam mikol omayim rabim adirim mishperayam Adir Abamarom Adonai.
Above the thunder of the mighty waters, more majestic than the breakers of the sea, is the Lord majestic on high.
עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נא בקודש. אדוני לאורך ימים.
Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, O Lord, for all times.
Adonai leorech yamim. We are on page 144, the Chatzi Kaddish. יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה, ימה דברה קרותי וימליק מלכותי, וחיי כל וביומי כל, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך, ויעלם עולמי ימיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתהר בתרומם נשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבקתה ונחמתה, תמירם בימה ויאמרו
Amen.
We are on page 146 for the Bard. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. On page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'yavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. And we continue on page 158.
Who is like you? Mi chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora תהילות ספר. מהו דגר אהוב הנקה בוקע לפני משה, זה אלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. ברוך אדוני גאל Yisrael. And we move to page 162. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Page 164. As we prepare for the silent the Amidah. Ananana Adonai, Ananana Sifatai Tiftach, Ananana Ufitai, Ulfidavina Iradecha, Ananana Adonai, Ananana Sifatai Tiftach, Ananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. And we continue together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Rachel. Ha'el Gadol Hagibur ve'Hanora El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imachot, U'mevii Goel Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer V'Shiyahu Magid. Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mekayei Hakol Atah v'Hoshia, Mashiv Ruach u'morid Hashem, Mechalkel Chaim b'Chesed, נקיים מתיר ברחמים רבים, צומק נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומקיים, ומצמיח ישועה למען אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני המחיה הגול. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים לך יום יעללו כצלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We will continue silently until page 178. This afternoon, as I was looking over the prayers today, I had a real hollow feeling inside, and I just felt something was missing. And so much of our attention these past few days have been on the Ukraine and Russia. And I really felt a need to offer a prayer for peace for the people of Ukraine and the rest of the world for that matter. And we're on page 178, and there just happens to be a prayer for peace. Only I'm going to sing a little different than you're perhaps used to. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. I just want you to take in the music and the prayer for peace. 178. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael tasim me'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lekol shalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lekol shalom. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל כוחו ושלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, מברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. And now we turn to page 362. 362, beginning of the Torah service. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'yein k'maasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Avarachamim eitiva virtzonka et Zion. Tibne komot Yerushalayim, Tibne komot Yerushalayim. Ki v'chal bat bataknu, melech eram v'nisa, Adon olamim. Just let me see. Okay. You want to sing it? Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadol Adonai Adonai הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי כה בשמיים ובארץ כי כה בשמיים ובארץ Adonai הממלכה והמנשה לכל ראש רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לאדום רגליו קדוש הוא רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו וישתחוו לדום רגליו קדוש הוא, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks very much for being here tonight. Is there someone who has been asked to do, or would very much like to bless the Torah, to do an aliyah? Okay, very good. Dave, please come on up to do an aliyah of this Torah. We do have a sheet under. Here, we got it. Yep. We have everything we need here at Emmanuel Congregation to do our service. Okay. Yes.
Baruch hu et Adonai havarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai havarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Excuse me, everyone. Much better. Vayakel Moshe et kol adat b'nei Yisrael vayomer alehem ele hadavarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam. Sheshet yamim ta'aseh melacha uvayom hashvi'i yeh lachem kodesh Shabbaton Adonai kol ha'asevo melacha yeumat lo tevaru esh b'chol mishpatechem b'yom haShabbat. Vayomer Moshe el kol adat b'nei Yisrael lemor. Zeh hadavar asher tziva Adonai lemor. Kechu me'itchem teruma l'Adonai kol nediv libo Iviyah et terumat Adonai zahav v'kasef u'nechoshet v'tachelet v'argaman v'tolat shani v'shesh v'izim. Oh, yes, absolutely. It's always excellent to know what one has just said. And I think what might absolutely help me right now is if I could have a look at the Chumash we use here at Emmanuel Congregation. Perhaps there's one here among all of these incredible books. And if I could get the Chumash we're using, that is the Chumash by Sensino, excellent publisher indeed.
Okay.
Thank you very much, David. I will even, first of all, we will cover the Torah while we read the translation in English. And yes. Okay. And I will even find the page for all of us. So. If somebody can find the page before I do, they should let me know. And perhaps I can come up with some kind of excellent reward I can give them after Shabbat. I don't have anything with me. Let's see. We are in Shemot. It's Ave. Right, Kel. Right, Kel, almost there. Almost. Okay, that was, this Shabbat is Parshat Vayekel. And it is on page 573 in our Chumash, which is this little, strong, thick book. And I will read the English, which is going to be a bit different from the way we speak English today. Here it is. And Moses assembled all the congregation of the children of Israel and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord hath commanded, that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you a holy day, a Sabbath of solemn rest to the Lord. Whoever doeth any work therein shall be put to death. You shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day. And Moses spoke unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord. Whoever is of willing heart, let him bring it. The Lord's offering, gold and silver, zahav, kesef, and brass, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and goat's hair, and ram skins dyed red, and seal skins, and acacia wood, and oil for the light, and spices for the anointing oil, and for the sweet incense. Cantor, would this be a good time for me to read something I wrote about these words, or is it better to do that later in the service?
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. I did find the time this past week to write something. So, since we're all here together, I'd like to share it with you. Vayekel, what is essential? The act of kindling fire was so important that the Torah uses a whole verse to let us know that it is forbidden to work during Shabbat. This verse, Exodus 35:3, says that you shall kindle no fire throughout your settlements on the Sabbath day. One verse earlier, Exodus 35:2, the Torah tells us that the Sabbath is a complete day of rest, holy unto the Lord. Just what is so significant about kindling fire? Why is this task differentiated from other forms of work? The Rambam says that the meaning of this verse is clearly to prohibit, also on the Sabbath, doing any work necessary for the preparation of food. He also explains that they should not kindle fire in order to bake bread and boil meat, for fire is needed in the preparation of all food. The importance of Shabbat is demonstrated by the fact that the Israelites needed to refrain from doing something essential during the designated holy time. God lets us know how important Shabbat is by telling us that we should refrain from doing something fundamental to how we live during the Sabbath. Many of us might have different ideas about what is fundamental or essential in our lives. For some of us, an essential activity might be driving a car, while for others, it might be using the internet. Something that we absolutely need could be having time to spend time with family and friends. Something else could be studying Torah to learn about ideas like this one. We should take a break before or during Shabbat to think about what we really do not want to live without. Taking the time to do this might help us to appreciate having these essential things. The things that are essential to us, even fundamental to our lives, are worth taking the time to think about. God gave us Shabbat so we can do this if we choose to. Thank you. Absolutely. Okay. So,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam notah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you very much, David.
Let us continue on page 371 with the Mishaberach for the Cholim.
Excellent. And Cantor, before we do the Misha Berach, we should probably mention the names,
Yes, please.
which are conveniently located in this folder. So, all right. Okay. Fran Shirak Abramovitz, Aviva Aliza, Laura Kina Aronson, Davida Berman, Harvey Bowler, David Burchett, John Burley, Thega Sora Batchaya, Francine Eisen, Jonah Enbar, Stephen Engelman, Doreen Evans, Eastland Garb, Phyllis Goldblatt, Don Grandolfo, Rick Gratch, Robert Heyman, Leah Jones, Carl Colburn, Harold Katz, Jeffrey Krause, Roy Lloyd, Miriam Leon, Gerald Marks, Eileen McNichols, Jimmy Miller, Sharon Montesi Garskoff, Moshe Ben Chava Benatan, Irene Noparstock, Louis Pavolone, Aaron Potter, Gary Priest, Rich Reisman, Alan Sager, Cassie Ciengo, Kristen Rao Skinner, Rob Stein, Tully Stein, Cameron Michael Taft, John Thomas, Avraham Ben Sivia, Yosef Raphael, Ben Yehudit. Anyone from our virtual community? All the people in Ukraine? Wayne Henson. Elise, what was that? Van Siegenhoff. Van Siegenhorn. Okay, and what was the last name? Stephen Kimmel. And on that note, Cantor, how about we proceed to do the Misha
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habraka leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. So now continue on page, let's see if 374, what that tells us. On 374, we'll put away the Torah.
Excellent. And I will wrap the Torah up so we can put it away properly.
Okay. Hallelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, Tila lekol chasidav, Livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Eitz Chaim hi, lama chazikim ba, v'tom kehamei ushar, tirakeh darkei noam, v'kon divotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai, Eleka v'nashuva, Kadesh, Kadesh Yameinu, Kadesh Yameinu keked. We turn to page 586, and we stand for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gelula liotze breshit, shelo asanu gegoye aratzot, velo tzamanu kimishbekot adama, shelo zamkelkeinu kahem, begor Aleinu. Amonam vanaknu korei, Lifnei melech malkei amlakim akadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim veyotzer haaretz, u'moshav yekarov hashamayim imal, u'shkinatu zo gavei meromim, hu Eloheinu Einod, Emanakenu Efezulato, Kagatu Betorato, Vyadata Yom Bat Shevota Elibavlecha. Ki Adonai hu Elohim, Hashamayim imah, v'yaretz mitachah, Einod, v'ne'emar, v'yadonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
At this time, I would like to mention some of those who we are remembering before we recite the Mourner's Kaddish. And I will do that. Bruce Becker, Ezra Berman, David Borer, Rose Braindick, Julius Bridges, Genevieve Bushbaum, Clarence Cole, Helen Deutsch, Mr. Herschel Feldman, Julius Ginsburg, Rose Goldberg, Dr. Maurice Gierstein,
Sonia Gutzman, Albert Hirsch, Bernard Kogan, Robert Kravit, Leah Venig Letchinger, Irving Levin, Morty Marks, Sidney Myers, Rosaline Rotzker, Sarah Levy Samuelson, Isidore Schindler, Paula Schipper, Bernard Schoenfield, Edward I. Silverstein, Jacob Skier, Pepe Stanislav Cheeker, Robin Sturdevant, Ida Wexelman. In recent days, Robert Drucker, Doreen Godfried, Mimi Harris. Please join me for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ba'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha berichu, le'ela minkol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Cantor, would you like to help us close tonight's service with announcements or a
Yes.
song?
Are there any announcements?
I think at this point in time, the best place for any announcements would be the email bulletin, unless anyone has anything. Oh, before I forget, were there any additional names from our virtual community? No? Okay. If there are no announcements, anyone needs to tell us anything, we're here for you. Yes, David. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, David. Yes, this is a special retreat weekend for women. And David, can you tell us what's this for, or what is this retreat for, or why? What's the history?
Spiritual get together to discuss various issues that have to do with women in Judaism, and I'm sure that the discussion is going to be going to first. That's the situation.
Excellent. Oh, we wish them all the best, and we look forward to seeing everybody back as soon as they come back to join us. And on that note, Cantor, do you have a closing song?
Yeah, we're going to close with the last sentence of every Kaddish. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yakol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yakol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shkor.